Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Argue or speak in defense of. State or assert. Protect against a challenge or attack. Be the defense counsel for someone in a trial. Ms. Smith will represent the defendant. Protect or fight for as a champion. Fight against or resist strongly. Be on the defensive. Act against an attack. Argue or speak in defense of. Financial resources provided to make some project possible. The foundation provided support for the experiment. Argue or speak in defense of. She supported the motion to strike. Put up with something or somebody unpleasant. A military operation, often involving new supplies of men and materiel, to strengthen a military force or aid in the performance of its mission. They called for artillery support. Be the physical support of, carry the weight of. He supported me with one hand while I balanced on the beam. Adopt as a belief. The financial means whereby one lives. He applied to the state for support. A musical part, vocal or instrumental, that supports or provides background for other musical parts. The act of bearing the weight of or strengthening. He leaned against the wall for support. Be a regular customer or client of. Documentary validation. The strongest support for this view is the work of Jones. Establish or strengthen as with new evidence or facts. The evidence supports the defendant. Be behind. Approve of. Support with evidence or authority or make more certain or confirm. Give moral or psychological support, aid, or courage to. She supported him during the illness. Aiding the cause or policy or interests of. The president no longer has the support of his own party. Any device that bears the weight of another thing. There was no place to attach supports for a shelf. Play a subordinate role to another performer. Olivier supported Gielgud beautifully in the second act. Something providing immaterial assistance to a person or cause or interest. The policy found little public support. Supporting structure that holds up or provides a foundation. The statue stood on a marble support. Support materially or financially. He does not support his natural children. The activity of providing for or maintaining by supplying with money or necessities. His support kept the family together. Maintain by writing regular records. Maintain a record. Have an exercise. State categorically. Keep in safety and protect from harm, decay, loss, or destruction. Support against an opponent. State or assert. He maintained his innocence. Stick to correctly or closely. Supply with necessities and support. Cause to continue in a certain state, position, or activity, e.g., keep clean. Maintain for use and service. A device designed to prevent injury or accidents. The duty of serving as a sentry. He was on guard that night. A precautionary measure warding off impending danger or damage or injury, etc. An insurance policy as a good safeguard. Watch over or shield from danger or harm, protect. Guard my possessions while I'm away. Protect against a challenge or attack. American football. A position on the line of scrimmage. Guards must be good blockers. A military unit serving to protect some place or person. A person who keeps watch over something or someone. A position on a basketball team. A posture of defense in boxing or fencing. Keep your guard up. Take precautions in order to avoid some unwanted consequence. Guard against becoming too friendly with the staff. The person who plays that position on a football team. The left guard was injured on the play. The person who plays the position of guard on a basketball team. To keep watch over. There would be men guarding the horses. Be capable of holding or containing. The flask holds 1 gallon. Be pertinent or relevant or applicable. This theory holds for all irrational numbers. Have or possess, either in a concrete or an abstract sense. She holds a master's degree from Harvard. Be the physical support of, carry the weight of. The beam holds up the roof. Resist or confront with resistance. A state of being confined, usually for a short time. The prisoner is on hold. Lessen the intensity of, temper, hold in restraint, hold or keep within limits. Hold your tongue. Drink alcohol without showing ill effects. He can hold his liquor. Cause to stop. Have room for, hold without crowding. The auditorium can't hold more than 500 people. Time during which some action is awaited. He ordered a hold in the action. Have or hold in one's hands or grip. A crazy idea took hold of him. Organize or be responsible for. Hold a reception. The appendage to an object that is designed to be held in order to use or move it. Be valid, applicable, or true. This theory still holds. Protect against a challenge or attack. Maintain, a theory, thoughts, or feelings. To close within bounds, or otherwise limit or deprive of free movement. This holds the local until the express passengers change trains. Keep in mind or convey as a conviction or view. Hold these truths to be self-evident. The space in a ship or aircraft for storing cargo. Have rightfully, of rights, titles, and offices. Contain or hold, have within. The canteen holds fresh water. Bind by an obligation, cause to be indebted. I'll hold you by your promise. A cell in a jail or prison. Be in accord, be in agreement. I hold with those who say life is sacred. The act of grasping. She kept a firm hold on the railing. Secure and keep for possible future use or application. Cause to continue in a certain state, position, or activity, e.g., keep clean. Hold in place. Support or hold in a certain manner. She holds her head high. Declare to be. Understanding of the nature or meaning or quality or magnitude of something. Arrange for and reserve something for someone else in advance. Please hold a table at Maxim's. Aim, point, or direct. Assert or affirm. Rousseau's philosophy holds that people are inherently good. A stronghold. Cover as for protection against noise or smell. Hold one's nose. Have as a major characteristic. The novel holds many surprises. Hold the attention of. She can hold an audience spellbound. Keep from departing. Keep from exhaling or expelling. Hold your breath. Power by which something or someone is affected or dominated. He has a hold over them. Remain committed to. I hold to these ideas. Remain in a certain state, position, or condition. Stop dealing with. Hold all calls to the President's office while he is in a meeting. Take and maintain control over, often by violent means. Perform, a play, especially on a stage. Form or compose. This sum represents my entire income for a year. Express indirectly by an image, form, or model. Be a symbol. Take the place of or be parallel or equivalent to. Be characteristic of. To establish a mapping of mathematical elements or sets. Be the defense counsel for someone in a trial. Ms. Smith will represent the defendant. Bring forward and present to the mind. We cannot represent this knowledge to our formal reason. Create an image or likeness of. The painter represented his wife as a young girl. Play a role or part. Be a delegate or spokesperson for. Represent somebody's interest or be a proxy or substitute for, as of politicians and office holders representing their constituents, or of a tenant representing other tenants in a housing dispute. I represent the silent majority. Be representative or typical for. This period is represented by Beethoven. Describe or present, usually with respect to a particular quality. He represented this book as an example of the Russian 19th-century novel. Point out or draw attention to in protest or remonstrance. Our parents represented to us the need for more caution. Serve as a means of expressing something. The flower represents a young girl. Someone who has won first place in a competition. Holding first place in a contest. A champion show dog. Someone who is dazzlingly skilled in any field. A person who backs a politician or a team, etc. Protect or fight for as a champion. Someone who fights for a cause. Be engaged in a fight. Carry on a fight. Siblings are always fighting. A hostile meeting of opposing military forces in the course of a war. Make a strenuous or labored effort. The act of fighting. Any contest or struggle. A fight broke out at the hockey game. Exert oneself continuously, vigorously, or obtrusively to gain an end or engage in a crusade for a certain cause or person. Be an advocate for. Fight against or resist strongly. Don't fight it. An aggressive willingness to compete. The team was full of fight. A boxing or wrestling match. The fight was on television last night. An intense verbal dispute. A violent fight over the bill is expected in the Senate. Fight against or resist strongly. Defend oneself. Fight against or resist strongly. Contrast with equal weight or force. Set into opposition or rivalry. Be resistant to. The board opposed his motion. Fight against or resist strongly. The senator said he would oppose the bill. Act against or in opposition to. Be against. Express opposition to. We oppose the ban on abortion. Present reasons and arguments. Have an argument about something. Give evidence of. The evidence argues for your claim. Present reasons and arguments. A rational motive for a belief or action. The reason that war was declared. The state of having good sense and sound judgment. He had to rely less on reason than on rousing their emotions. Decide by reasoning. Draw or come to a conclusion. We reasoned that it was cheaper to rent than to buy a house. The capacity for rational thought or inference or discrimination. We are told that man is endowed with reason and capable of distinguishing good from evil. A justification for something existing or happening. They had good reason to rejoice. A fact that logically justifies some premise or conclusion. There is reason to believe he is lying. An explanation of the cause of some phenomenon. The reason a steady state was never reached was that the back pressure built up too slowly. Think logically. The children must learn to reason. To declare or affirm solemnly and formally as true. Establish or strengthen as with new evidence or facts. Say yes to. Shield from danger, injury, destruction, or damage. Weatherbeater protects your roof from the rain. Use tariffs to favor domestic industry. Be behind. Approve of. Give support or one's approval to. Guarantee as meeting a certain standard. Sign as evidence of legal transfer. Be behind. Approve of. A support that you can lean against while sitting. The back of the dental chair was adjustable. Give support or one's approval to. I can't back this plan. Establish as valid or genuine. Can you back up your claims? The side that goes last or is not normally seen. He wrote the date on the back of the photograph. The protective covering on the front, back, and spine of a book. The series of vertebrae forming the axis of the skeleton and protecting the spinal cord. The fall broke his back. The posterior part of a human, or animal, body from the neck to the end of the spine. His back was nicely tanned. In or to or toward a pastime. Set the clocks back an hour. Place a bet on. Which horse are you backing? Be behind. Approve of. I backed Kennedy in 1960. Located at or near the back of an animal. Back, or hind, legs. The part of something that is furthest from the normal viewer. He stood at the back of the stage. At or to or toward the back or rear. He moved back. American football. The position of a player on a football team who is stationed behind the line of scrimmage. Be in back of. My garage backs their yard. Cause to travel backward. Back the car into the parking spot. Football. A person who plays in the backfield. Of an earlier date. Back issues of the magazine. Related to or located at the back. The backyard. Shift to a counterclockwise direction. The wind backed. Strengthen by providing with a back or backing. Support financial backing for. Back this enterprise. The part of a garment that covers the back of your body. They pinned a "kick me" sign on his back. Travel backward. Back into the driveway. Be behind. Approve of. Give support or one's approval to. Endorse a new project. Guarantee as meeting a certain standard. Sign as evidence of legal transfer. Endorse checks. Be behind. Approve of. Climb awkwardly, as if by scrambling. An energetic attempt to achieve something. Getting through the crowd was a real struggle. Be engaged in a fight. Carry on a fight. An open clash between two opposing groups, or individuals. Make a strenuous or labored effort. She struggled for years to survive without welfare. Strenuous effort. The struggle to get through the crowd exhausted her. To exert strenuous effort against opposition. He struggled to get free from the rope. Be engaged in a fight. Carry on a fight. Militant groups are contending for control of the country. Have an argument about something. Maintain or assert. He contended that communism had no future. Succeed in doing, achieving, or producing something, with the limited or inadequate means available. Compete for something. Engage in a contest. Measure oneself against others. To make the subject of dispute, contention, or litigation. The main tower within the walls of a medieval castle or fortress. Maintain by writing regular records. Keep a diary. Conform one's action or practice to. Keep appointments. Continue a certain state, condition, or activity. Maintain in safety from injury, harm, or danger. May God keep you. The financial means whereby one lives. Each child was expected to pay for their keep. Behave as expected during of holidays or rites. Prevent the action or expression of. Keep your cool. Stop someone or something from doing something or being in a certain state. Retain possession of. Can I keep my old stuffed animals? Supply with necessities and support. There's little to earn and many to keep. Stick to correctly or closely. Keep count. Retain rights to. Keep my job for me while I give birth. Fail to spoil or rot. These potatoes keep for a long time. A cell in a jail or prison. Prevent food from rotting. Keep potatoes fresh. Cause to continue in a certain state, position, or activity. E.g., keep clean. The students keep me on my toes. Maintain for use and service. I keep a car in the countryside. Allow to remain in a place or position or maintain a property or feature. The family's fortune waned and they could not keep their household staff. Have as a supply. I always keep batteries in the freezer. Hold and prevent from leaving. Look after. Be the keeper of. Have charge of. He keeps the shop when I am gone. Raise. She keeps a few chickens in the yard. Store or keep customarily. Where do you keep your gardening tools? Supply with room and board. He is keeping 3 women in the guest cottage. Stop someone or something from doing something or being in a certain state. We must prevent the cancer from spreading. Keep from happening or arising. Make impossible. Weed out unwanted or unnecessary things. Think rationally. Employ logic or reason. Structure and run according to rational or scientific principles in order to achieve desired results. Defend, explain, clear away, or make excuses for by reasoning. Remove irrational quantities from. Acknowledge faults or shortcomings or failing. Defend, explain, clear away, or make excuses for by reasoning. Rise up as in fear. Put into an upright position. Resist or withstand where, criticism, etc. Defend against attack or criticism. Be standing. Be upright. Rise to one's feet. Refuse to back down. Remain solid under criticism or attack. Rob at gunpoint or by means of some other threat. Defend against attack or criticism. Support against an opponent. Keep or maintain in unaltered condition. Cause to remain or last. Stand up for. Stick up for. Of causes, principles, or ideals. A defense of some offensive behavior or some failure to keep a promise, etc. He kept finding excuses to stay. Excuse, overlook, or make allowances for, be lenient with. Excuse someone's behavior. Ask for permission to be released from an engagement. Serve as a reason or cause or justification of. Your need to sleep late does not excuse your late arrival at work. Accept an excuse for. Please excuse my dirty hands. Grant exemption or release to. Please excuse me from this class. Defend, explain, clear away, or make excuses for by reasoning. A poor example. A poor excuse for an automobile. A note explaining an absence. He had to get his mother to write an excuse for him.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.